and welcome to Steve McDonald's Arts and Crafts, and today what I'm going to be doing is showing you how I make a chest set using these moulds to make the chest pieces with, because a lot of the moulds out there are just flat ones and you only get like half of the chest piece, where with this one you get a full chest piece made. However, they are a bit of a pain in the neck because, as you can see, I mean, that one's perfect, that one's nearly perfect, and that one's perfect, and I've been working on these quite a lot trying to get to perfect them because a lot of them just come out as bits missing off that one and they don't always come out whole. And if you haven't got a pressure pot, then that makes it even more difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I make these, and I'm going to show you how I make the chessboard. And what I'm going to be using, of course, is a black and a white glitter. This is the holographic mother of pearl glitter, and this is the holographic black glitter. Also going to show you how I make the board as well, because obviously I want this in black and white, and then probably with a gold background to it. Oh, I love it. I think it's going to look lovely. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell. Ring the bell. So you get notifications on when my videos come out. I'll also link everything that I used today in the description below, so it's easy for you to get hold of. I've got my resin all mixed up now, and I just need to add the glitters that I'm going to use. And I'm using quite a lot of glitter in here, but it's absolutely fine. It's a dry product, so it's not going to cause any problems to the way that the resin cures. So I'm using 2 kind of heaped teaspoons full of the glitter, and these pots are about half full. I'm mixing it in slowly, and I have let my resin thicken up nicely as well to ensure that the glitter stays suspended nicely in the resin. And I've added my pipettes. Now with these moulds, they have got a split in them, and it's designed to allow you to remove the chest piece when it's cured really easily. And actually this is a real advantage, because what you do is you pull that open, hold it open, and I use a pipette and fill in all the bits first that are likely to get any trapped bubbles. Because if you were to just pour in this without the split in there, then you wouldn't get the tops of the pieces, it would just be a bubble. So I go around and carefully fill those bits in until the resin gets just to the level of that split, as you can see me doing here. And then I'll give it a bit of squidgy-widgyin, because you can't beat a bit of squidgy-widgyin, to try and get any other little bubbles up. And while it's still closed up, I will add a little bit more resin to bring it just above the ridge that is there. Then I take some painter's tape, which isn't overly sticky, and wrap it around the piece to keep it together. And this stops the resin leaking out or the mould going into a different shape and you get an odd shaped chest piece. Don't wrap it too tight, just tight enough to keep that closed. I just want to say a quick thank you to all my members for being a member. Thank you very much for supporting this channel. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to keep going. And if you'd like to become a member, the information is in the description below. So now I'm just going ahead and topping this up slowly, because again, I don't want to introduce any bubbles into some of the decorative bits that are around the actual mould itself. And a pipette is ideal for this. If you'd like to buy me a coffee to help support this channel, then get on my board for next month. The link is in the description. It's really appreciated and it helps a great deal. So slowly filling that up. And then what I'll do is I'll leave that 5 minutes, and I will go over the top of that with a long neck lighter to burst any bubbles that are there. Now regarding the chessboard, now what's really important when you're doing the chessboard is, for me, I found, is start with your darker colour that you're going to be using. So in my case, it's the black holographic glitter. And I've let my resin again thicken up, because that way it's not going to move around, because you have got a very shallow area here to fill in. And again, use a pipette because you can move it around and it's not going to scratch or damage that mould. Now, I would have shown you how I do the white squares, but unfortunately the video didn't record, or I didn't push record, is more like the truth on the matter. So that isn't there. So what I will do is I'll talk you through it. So I fill up the squares, and make sure you do every other square as well, going down each row, because I did mess that up the first time and I ended up having 2 squares of the same colour next to each other. So I fill that up. Then what I'll do is, as soon as this is filled up, I will mix up a little bit of mica powder, which is gold, and do the edge rim, and then I'll let that cure up for about 24 hours before I put the white in. Because what the white is, it's a flood coat. I mixed it up exactly the same as I did the black, and then I will just pour that right over the top so it covers the gold and it covers the black, and it fills in every little gap, including all the white squares and everything that you need to do. And it really does, as you'll see, come out lovely in the end. And the glitter really does sparkle through, and because we've let the resin thicken up, it is really quite consistent. It hasn't just all sunk to the bottom, which when you turn it over is going to be the top. So once this is all finished, I've done that flood coat, I'll let it cure for 24 hours. The chessboard is finally finished and it's lovely and glittery. So I'm just hoping that it's all come out well. It should have done. Now, I did over pour this top pour, so I am probably going to have to just sharpen those little edges up a little bit using my deburring tool. But let's see how it's come out. Oh, yes, I am loving it. So all I'll do is, where those edges are sharp, I'll go round with my deburring tool and I will take those little sharp over pour edges off like so. They do come off very easy with this little tool. And they make it nice and neat without doing any real damage or any damage to your... And it just takes a tiny bit of practice to get these lovely little fine bits off. I will link this in the description below because they're so cheap, but they're brilliant. So the board is really finished and I love how it's come out now. And this is something that I'm going to keep in my own house. And also the pieces have come out really well. They're lovely and sparkly. And I think you could make this into any sort of board. You can get checker pieces for this and use it for checker pieces. But as long as you follow and be careful with how you're going to fill the castings, the moulds for these to cast, then you will get some really good outcomes, as you can see on this piece here. I think the gold border has worked really, really well. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Be sure to check out the video that's coming up next, and I'll see you in that video. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee or become a member just to say thank you and help support my channel, then the link to that and the link to everything that I've used today is in the description below. Take care, enjoy your resin, bye.